consider myself a philosopher. The entire universe is my classroom, and these are my opinions. Humanity. What are we? I live my life every day. During the day, I look up and I see a star, and then sometimes I see a moon. Sometimes I see them both, the sun and the moon. You can call them what you want. Sun, star, moon, planet. I literally call the moon another planet. So it's like a visible, close planet that sometimes when I put my telescope on it, I can see it, literally see the surface of it, all the craters and stuff like that. And then the sun, which is a star that we orbit, a close star, visible every day, giving us light, daylight, day. And I look at these things and I try to take all connotations away, religious, historical, whatever myth, and I try to look at them just for what they actually are to me. And when I look at them and view them every day, there's no way that I cannot specifically know that I am a being that's living on a planet, able to breathe, able to function, able to eat, able to have sentience and walk around, and literally not only look at the night sky and space and stars at night, but to see this other planet and a star right in front of me every day. And I'm supposed to think that life is all about just being mundane, paying bills, taxes, whatever stuff, to try to block out the fact that I got this big gigantic star in front of me and another planet, neighboring planet right there at me. And then let alone all the other planets that you could see, with your telescope and stuff like that. But I'm supposed to think that I'm not a being in space, on a planet, breathing a gas, drinking an element, which somehow sporadically just makes life. And I'm supposed to just think that all of this is just mundane, and it's not really anything. People being born and then people dying and leaving. But it's just mundane. Nah, I don't think so. So, again, I know for a fact and wholeheartedly that we are life in the universe. Like, I haven't seen any other life in the universe, but we are that. 7 billion of us here on this planet living right now is life. If I want to see an extraterrestrial, I just got to look at another person. Like, you're a being on this planet, living, and all the other beings and insects and plants and all the bacteria and life that exists on this planet. And it's not mundane. It's very amazing. Very, 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 very amazing. And I refuse to wake up in the morning and not just realize the magnitude of that, And again, this video is it's a continuation of the video that I made earlier about the importance of us as beings that live on a planet in a universe, controlling our weather and planetary atmosphere, or atmosphere and planetary weather, whichever way you wanna, however you wanna put it. Why this would be important, and I know it's a controversial topic. Anytime you talk about weather, controlling weather, or climate change, or anything, you know, it's so political, and people go crazy, and all different types of different things like that. But listen, hear me out and hear my points that I would like to bring forth. Okay, first of all, I've studied enough history. I mean, you could actually look at geological history. You don't even have to go deep. Just take a little bit of course on geology, the rocks, you know, the ice cores, different stuff like that. You know that there has been we have fossils. There has been species on this planet. Most of them are extinct. They're gone. I don't care whether you believe in evolution or not. You see bones, you see fossils, you see in the geology, the Earth has been through climate changes. I'm not going to argue or say whether, you know, it's anthropogenic, like us created. I have no doubt that we are affecting climate, but there has been changes in climate for hundreds of millions to billions of years. Literally, how we got here, there was a climate change that allowed us to even be able to evolve and have life here on this planet. But there has been extinction level events, and most species that were here are gone, extinct. Whether you believe it or not, you know, you could go do your own study and research for it. I don't know what it is in our human minds that, first of all, we don't really believe in evolution, and we don't think that anybody else was on this planet before us. Like we can't fathom in our minds that we weren't here. We just got here. We weren't here before. There was other stuff on this planet ruling it before we got here. So for some reason in our minds, we just think we were here the whole time. That's a whole other story. But yes, extinct species. Some, like the dinosaurs, very hardy. Their civilization lasts for hundreds of millions of years. We just got here, man. Like, humanity, if we got 3 million years on this planet, that's saying a whole lot. You know, maybe 8 million years. You know, that's nothing. That's nothing. Let's see how long we last. You know, and I'm just, and that's the reason why I'm bringing this up, because, I mean, any little thing, any little change can ruin this habitable world for us, and can be extinct just like that. It's a fine line, a very fine line, our sentience on this earth. Too much heat, too much cold, anything wrong with the atmosphere, greenhouse, whatever, volcano. Whew, we don't even want to talk about an asteroid or something hitting the planet. It ain't even got to be a big one. Any little thing. We out of here. We out of here. Quickly. So, I mean, being that we're like the only species that I know, that I see right around now, you know, of course we gotta look a little further at the other planets in our solar system, you know, in our galaxy, all the other other stars in our galaxy with planets around them. But being the only life that I see right now, like, wouldn't it be nice to exist on 2 planets? Maybe 3? Have our presence on 2 or 3 planets? Like our moon, which we have already been on. We should be there. We should have colonized that already by now. And resources, there's space, there's everything. You know, you're talking about population problems and issues. You got a whole planet right there. A whole nother planet. And resources. You're talking about resource scarcity. Come on. It's stuff there that helium-3, different elements that we don't even have on Earth. Rare Earth materials, it's rare moon materials, rare lunar materials, that we undiscovered stuff that could do amazing things. We got to go there, and we need to start mining it and bring it back here and use it. Let alone Mars, which is a planet sitting right there that could possibly be terraformed. What would be wrong with colonizing these worlds and having our presence not only on just the Earth, but on the moon as well as Mars? And that's when I get into controlling planetary weather. Like, we have, for the last 200 years, we realized that we can affect the climate. Whether you say it's negative, in a negative way, but our species has the power to affect climate. So that shows right there that we can do it. It is really just the next step to be able to start working on the science. Not only we saw that we could mess it up or whatever, but let's repair it. We can repair it. We can repair it. It doesn't matter. Like, throw all out of the political stuff. Just for science sake. Repair it. And in repairing it, you learn to control it. Like, literally, you control the climate itself of Earth. Earth made us. We can heal it. We can mess it up. We can heal it. We can make the Earth. We can work with the Earth. In that, learn how to fix our problems here, then take that and employ that on the other planets, on the other worlds. Put ourselves out there and start to terraform those worlds. Make them Earth-like. Make them where we can exist upon them. Make them habitable. They're in the habitable zone. We can exist there. We can start working on it. That is something that we can do together. We could realize that we're one species on this world, in the universe. Work together on something instead of fighting against each other. Do not. The last thing, I want extraterrestrials to come and make their presence known. But at this level of civilization that we're at right now, that's the last thing we need. Last thing we need is some other extraterrestrial intelligent civilization coming here. And if they got the technology to come here, best believe they're probably pretty advanced, and we probably can do nothing with them, especially being divided like how we are. And they show their presence, it will blow every religion, every politic, everything that we have ever had, it will blow it out of the water and make us have to rephrase and think it all over again of who we are. It will specifically show that we are one species on this planet. Because they will put the foot in our bottoms. And that's another way we could be extinct. I don't want to even run into that. But the presence of something like that, the magnitude of something like that, will show what we are, that we're one, that we are always have been just one. And all our little differences, you know, need to just go out the window. But I say that to say it's I mean, I'm not trying to be an alarmist or anything, but these things have already happened and they can happen. Like, it's not even a bad thing to work on them. We can advance ourselves. We can advance ourselves in the universe. We can give a chance that we actually may be able to survive an extinction level event, the next one, or whatever. They come. They come. We're making one right now. Whether you believe it or not, or whatever the case may be. That's what they say. So, these are just some thoughts. They're my opinion. Everybody's entitled to one. And I just wanted to put it out there. I'm going to start doing a series of videos because I have a lot of things on my mind and I need to get them out. So, with that being said, have a good one.